So tell me how the fuck the sky the limit when we in motherfucking space, nigga. Spaceman Studios. You better come fucking record here. You a dub. You heard that? You a fucking dub.
On my skin just like a tattoo. I told my granny not to leave, I guess she had to. And just like that, her body cold just like a statue. I like that energy you giving, I'm finna match you. Don't give a fuck, you ain't on my level, I'm finna pass you. They know I'm different, but I'm no better than that next dude. They say, are you humble or hungry? But I can't pick and choose.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy E-Man with Spaceman Studios, and we back today with another interview. Today we got Kiddactivated. What's good with you, my boy?
You know what it is, man. It's Kid Kawasaki, aka Kiddactivated. You already know.
Okay, there you go, there you go. So tell us, who is Kiddactivated? Where you from?
I'm originally from Miami,
Okay,
but I moved to Broward when I was about 8 years old.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Which part of Miami? Like south, north?
I would say north,
Yeah,
like Osbury area.
I was there.
Yeah.
Cool. So tell us, who is Kiddactivated? How'd you get that name?
I originally went by something different. Y'all never imagined like the first name I had, but basically I did some digging around and looked and seen that too many people had the original name I had. So I was like, this don't make sense for me to have a name, and when you look me up, hella people pop up.
Yeah.
So now my name Kiddactivated, like when I came about that was I first started with Little Activist.
Little activist.
Yeah.
Okay, so you into politics or?
Something like that. Like I speak up for the little guy type shit. I
Okay.
speak up for the minority. That's how I felt like when I first came up with the rap name. That's how it's gonna be.
That's what's up.
But basically Kiddactivated was just a thing me and my homeboys kind of like went over and made up. And basically like it's like a thing we used to say, like, oh yeah, I'm about to get turned up, but we'll say, oh, I'm activated.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we lit, like we about to get activated type shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, and Kid, I just got Kid, you feel me? Because it sounds smooth in front of that big Kiddactivated.
It's unique, very unique name for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Tell us how it all started for you. Like from your how you were brought up and all that.
Man,
Wait, what's your
I'm Haitian.
Okay, Zozo.
Yeah, Haitian American. So basically, like my upbringing wasn't too bad. I was raised, like I said, in Miami, the Osbury area, and basically like until the age of about like 6, 7 years old, I was homeless.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So my mom was going through a lot. As soon as she got over here, she was 8 months pregnant. But as soon as she got over here, she had me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She came from Haiti to give me a better chance to, you know what I'm saying, have an opportunity.
That's real.
So basically, when she had me over here, you feel me, it was a lot of bouncing around, trying to find a spot to stay at. But where we always stayed at, like a majority of the time, was like people from the church
Yeah.
and at the church.
Okay.
So
you got
basically,
from the
like
church.
that's how I got into music and shit like that.
Okay.
'Cause I used to be living in that bitch every time we used to practice, choir, singing, dancing. I used to be running around that.
I don't know what it is, but Haitians just love church. Like, and they bring their children to the church, bro. That was like, I get church for real, for real. Growing up, right? You say you was in church, but obviously the music you make, how that go about? Like, when did you start making music, really?
Basically, I started rapping in like elementary school.
Elementary school.
So I had like a little rap group with my friends. It was a little joke, like we used to play around, but I used
Beatboxing
to-
at the lunch table.
yeah, I used to go home and write and just
Okay.
be like, oh yeah, like let's do this, let's do that, like let's make a song.
you
So I
was
had
ready.
I had like 2, 3 friends that, you know what I'm saying, we would sit at the lunch table, like bang on the table, make a
Yeah.
beat, and just rap about like whatever, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But it was for fun at that point, and I didn't really know I was gonna get into music. Like that wasn't my idea yet. You know what I'm saying? But I've been rapping for a long time. I've been writing for a long time. You feel me?
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about next, too.
Next, basically, that was my boy Ryder Made. I actually went to school with him, and basically, he's a dope artist. He actually wanted to work with me so bad, and I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I don't work with people that want to copycat and shit like that. But I heard his music. When I heard his music, I'm like, yo, I gotta work with this man. But the song was his idea, and basically, it's just him talking about how relationships go, and you feel me, you moving on to the next and to the next chick, and it's just like a never-ending cycle type thing.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what I'm
I really fucked with next. I liked it a lot. But take us to your creative process. Like, how do you get to the songs that you be writing? Is it real stuff or?
Most of my music I have experienced and been through.
Yeah.
So that's why when you hear my music, you kind of feel, you know what I'm saying, like you listening to a story, something that's genuine. So basically, like, my creative process is I get beats, like I get beats through my email, like packs and shit like that. I go and listen to most of them, and if I feel like I genuinely like that beat and I feel like that's my style, I go ahead and start freestyling to it, putting stuff together. But it's literally just like you already know, like that's how I be feeling. Like I already know, oh, that's the beat. I'm gonna snap on this shit. So it just comes out naturally and it starts flowing. And I put it together, right? Go to the studio and knock it out.
I got you. You working on any projects, EPs, or albums?
I have an EP that's out right now, Temporary Pain. I'm currently working on the deluxe.
Okay.
It's already done, but everything is still getting mixed and mastered. The rights are still getting, you feel me, taken care of and shit like that. So it's not coming out anytime soon, but that's what I'm working on right now.
I got you. Let's see, anything like any. My bad, fuck. Goddamn. And you got any like shows coming up or anything like that?
I'm actually about to perform at Sesh with Greatness.
Sesh with Greatness.
I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it's this dude out of Broward that kind of, it's like he created his own thing where he has a show and he puts other artists on.
That's what's
It's
up,
almost
man.
like a mini Coachella.
That's what the community be about. Man,
Yeah,
bro,
it's
that's what's up.
it's a big like movement. So
Okay.
I'm fucking with the vibes over there with those boys. It's my first time performing with them,
Yeah.
but I've been trying to look to see how I could get on the venue and shit like that. But it's August 7th.
I got
It's
you.
in Lauderdale.
You got any collabs coming on this next EP or album?
I got a couple of collabs, but you know what I'm saying. I don't really want to get too much into collabs and shit like that. That's like a surprise type of thing.
Okay. I
You know
got
what I'm
you.
saying?
I got you. Out of all the songs that you made so far, what are they mostly about? What would you say mostly about?
I would say most of them are mostly about, you know, trying to get to a better position and letting people know that basically, like, whatever you've been through,
Yeah.
it's okay that you've been through that. You gotta pick it up and just keep pushing, keep moving forward.
Okay.
And most of my songs are like kind of like struggle songs, pain songs, but also motivational at the same time,
Okay.
like from the soul type of thing.
Okay. So going off of that, what was, if I may ask, what was the hardest thing that you went through, and how did you overcome that?
I'll say the hardest thing that I actually went through was basically like some of the things like my parents, you know what I'm saying, like people passing away and me not being able to like as soon as I was like 8, 9 years old, I realized like a lot of stuff early on, like death and shit like that shit affects people different ways. Everybody has their own mental illnesses and shit like that. And just stuff like how they cope. So like at a young age I had to realize, that everybody got an expiration date and shit like that. You feel me? Like you're not here forever. So like just death in general, people passing away, natural causes or whatever you may want to call it, but stuff like that really changed me and made me have a perspective of just like living every day like it's your last day. Like you only got 24 hours left. You gotta do as much as you can today. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, bro. So like in your music, like he said, I hear a lot of pain, but like, was it always so easy for you like to express that when you first started, or was that something that, like developed like as you like growing as an artist?
I feel like in the beginning, it did seem as if I was writing a lot. I would say random type of thing, but yeah, you have like somewhat of the idea. Basically, when I first started, I felt like I needed to kind of have fun with it and just play around. You know what I'm saying? Get into the vibe of writing itself until I can actually find like my category and my vibe and push in that area.
Right.
So like as soon as I figured out, hey, like when I rap about this, it sounds a lot better than when I rap about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And until I get to that point where I done experienced a lot more and seen a lot more, I can't rap about too much more than what I done seen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, facts. And so like whenever like you hear a beat and like you start freestyling, like you get like the rhythm of the song in your head, you know what you want to do. How quick are you hopping in the studio? Like is it like a few days thing? Are you like knocking it out quick? Like what's your process like?
My process is really of importance. Like, if I feel like I'm putting that song on a project, that's like, you know, it needs to get knocked out as soon as possible. But basically, I wait until I have a couple songs done, and I book like 3-4 hours. When I go to the studio, I already done the road and practice and recorded it like voice memos and shit like that, just to get that vibe and express, you know, basically like fucking whatchamacallit, like just like expressing the delivery and shit like that on lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's when you become a great artist, when you have a good delivery. That's when, you feel me, nobody could stand in your way. So I'm really working on that, and then going to the studio and knocking it all out the right way, being efficient, and just, you know what I'm saying, making sure everything is crispy and clean. It's not like I'm going in there and telling them, oh yeah, like, redo that, oh, another take, or like, you know what I'm saying, I come in there prepared type of thing.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. It's like, what would you say is like the most important like things like people like listen to your music, like people who consider listen to your music, like your fans and stuff like that? Like, what would you want them to like know about you, or like get from your music and stuff like that? Because like, you know, you've done like a few interviews to this point, but like, you know, it's the first time they really like hearing your voice consistently. So like, you know, at least in interviews. So, you know,
to tell you the truth, I feel like everybody wishes or like prays to be in a certain position. But I feel like if you listen to my music and you see like the consistency I've been putting in, it's only because I keep pushing myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I keep making sure that every time I do the math, like, you know, 2 + 2 is 4. Like, every time you put in that work, you're going to have success. You're going to have consistency. And consistency, like, that can't stop you. When you're consistent, you're going to keep making sure, you know what I'm saying, the motivation is going to come behind it. So, basically, I've been making sure to just stay on top of everything and make sure, like, when, you know, people forget you when they don't see you, you know what I'm saying? They don't hear you, they don't see you, they forget who you are. So just staying in front of your fans and a certain, you know, crowd is going to keep your music buzzing, shit like that.
Facts. What's your most favorite, like, it might be hard to choose, because I know, like, for a lot of artists, like, they songs like their children in a way, but, like, what's, like, your favorite song, like, some of your favorite songs you made up to this point?
My favorite songs, I would say off my project, my EP, Temporary Pain, it'll have to be Too Real, and then Solo. Both of those songs, like, I wrote on a different beat, and then I ended up not using those beats, and then I got another beat that I felt was better, and I actually felt like it was way, you know what I'm saying, it was almost like a miracle, because I was going to record it on something else, and I feel like it came out way better. But those two songs, definitely my favorite. And then the latest one that I just did, the Save the Day remix. That shit is like, that's my vibe right now. That's my style, you feel me? So that shit is just getting better and better. I feel like I top. Every time I drop something, I top the last song.
You just dropped the visuals for Too Real, right?
Yes.
That shit was hard.
Appreciate that.
That shit was hard. So like speaking of the visuals, like, what's the most important part, like, to you? Like, when you lock in with a music video for, like, a director or something like that, like, whether that be, like, you know, like you know, some artists have different aesthetics. Like, you know, some artists, they get real creative, like, they want crazy edits. Some artists just want to be in the hood, like, you know, like, on the block with the kids. You know, some artists like solo dolo music videos, you know what I mean? It's like, what's your vision for, like, your music videos and stuff like that?
Pierre is the one doing my videos right now. And basically, he goes about directing everything, and he's almost like my right-hand man as far as vision. Because as soon as I have an idea that pops in my head, I promise you, like, he already knows before I even tell him. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool working with him. The Too Real music video came out, like, really good just because I already had the ideas and I pitched it to him, and he made it come to life. So, you know, everything he does is, like, top of the notch, professional. He makes sure he's on point with everything he does. He gives 100%. So, shit, you might pay for something that's $1,000 and you get a $3,000-$4,000 video. That's how he works. Like, he wants to really push and work, you know what I'm saying? Especially with artists that he messes with.
For sure.
So, like, the vision for these videos, it goes by, like, the vibe of the song. But every time you hear, like, a song and you feel like it goes in a certain direction, like Too Real, I felt like that was supposed to be a solo, you know, type of vibe. It was speaking a lot about you know struggles and stuff I've been going through, people that passed away, shit like that. And basically, like I did it so olo dolo because I went through those things.
Yeah.
Olo dolo, you feel me? So the visual I did with Save the Day is more a community vibe and being around it, like an area where everybody's in poverty. I felt like everybody should be, the community should be involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I really wanted it to be. Kids playing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, niggas playing dice, everybody, you know, chilling, you know, barbecue, water balloon fights, like shit like that.
Yeah.
That people enjoy, you know what I'm saying? That you see every day, like day-to-day things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like, you know, just like interviewing a few people from the underground, like Florida underground rap scene, just like, you know, going to shows, like doing music videos for them. Like, there's a lot of talent down here. But
Yeah.
it's so jumbled up, and like, you know, it's like people that connected as far as when it goes to networking and like, you know, community and like being family with this shit.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna rise up.
Yeah.
So like, you know, what's the most important part to you, like as far as like being a part of that community, like what's like your vision for it and your place in it?
My vision for my community and like the place where I live right now is just to make sure everybody has like the same agenda, like we all on the same page. And I feel like I don't put guns in my music videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I may talk about violence, but that's stuff that I've seen and I've been through. But I'm not promoting violence as far as putting guns in videos and stuff like that. And, you know, just showing the kids they don't have to do certain things to be, you know, on a certain wavelength or on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Just live a certain lifestyle. It's not cool to always, you know, be on the front line like that. It's cool that you know, vibe out and chill and, you know what I'm saying? And cool it without showing all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
those little differences that make like, you know, that make a difference, you feel me?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know, even just like kids watching a music video and stuff like that, like if they watch like, you know, like a Chief Keef music video from like 2011 or some shit, and take that shit to the heart, you know, too much, they might, you know, go out and try to do some shit that, you know, don't really maybe
It's
match,
not real
you know,
life,
real life, you feel me? So
you know
that's definitely important for sure. And so like, what can people like, you know, I know you said you got the deluxe coming, but like as far as like, you know, just, you know, seeing you out, you know, shows, interviews, what can people expect from you? Like, what's your next move?
Definitely about to drop that music video, the Save the Day music video. So that's coming soon. I'm also going to record another music video, but the song is still, you know, not recorded yet. So that's TBA type shit. But I got music videos on the way, a show in August with Session and Greatness and shit like that. And then as far as singles and features, I got a lot of shit in the bank. Like, I played some shit for y'all earlier. That shit that's not out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of shit in the vault, and I could drop a song every day for the rest of the month if I felt like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of stuff in store, a lot of stuff on the way. I'm just really like moving on promotion and marketing and shit like that, and putting the music in front of the fans type shit.
Sure. And speak on that. Like, what's your strategy, or like what are something that you like focusing on? 'Cause, you know, every artist is different. You feel me? Depending on what you're trying to achieve.
Okay,
like,
well, basically I'm focusing on like streaming platforms.
Right.
Stuff like Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, even TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a big thing nowadays. Every kid is on TikTok.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm working with, I don't know if you ever heard of David, that dude.
Yeah, I heard
he worked with a lot of artists. I'm working with him right now, and I got something going on with the Too Real music video. By the end of the month, it should be on WorldStar.
That's fine.
So basically, he's pushing the promo and marketing for that song in specific. When that song, you know, does the numbers it's supposed to do, that's when I'm going to move on and push other songs. But I'm going to do like single songs at a time, just to make sure I can have the most efficiency in pushing those songs, and budget-wise too. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to push one song at a time.
Got you.
Yeah.
What would you say to like any artists out there who just started, like, you feel me, like, who, you know, trying to find their sound, trying to figure out, you know, how to make music? Like, what would you say to them to, like, you know, start that process?
Don't stop what you're doing, man. Just keep going. You're gonna fall down, you might break a leg, you feel me? You might not go to a show where it's packed out. You know, every time something happens, make that your motivation to keep going harder. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever give up on nothing you're doing. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, you feel me? When you put that work in and you keep that drive up, that consistency, you never going to lose.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. We appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's Caleb with Spaceman Studios, Kiddactivated, Save the Day music video on the way.
Y'all already
Y'all
know.
tune in, man, and run the numbers up, man. Appreciate y'all for watching.